Today we are looking at fearlessness. Fearlessness. And our scripture describes them. Fearlessness. It's there in Bhagavad Gita, it is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. And when you look at Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 2, text 37. So we will understand why living entities are full of fear. And then we'll look at fearlessness. And then next time we will look at how to become fearless. So we will look at three things. The fearlessness, the personalities, who are those who are fearless. And then we'll look at how to become fearless. Yesterday I was looking at 8th Canto Bhagavatam, 8th Canto. And Prabhupada said, we must be fearful. So the Prabhupada said, we must be fearful. We must be fearful of the crocodile of material existence. Very interestingly, Prabhupada said that. That's in the 8th Canto, Chapter 2. We may be fearful, but today we are looking at fearlessness. Who are fearless? What makes them fearless? How do we become fearless? We'll look at all these things. So that we can have a clear understanding. So when you look at this verse from 11th Canto, Chapter 2, text 37, Maharaj Nimi meet the nine Yendras. So they are speaking to him. Bayam Dvitiya Binibe Sata Syad Ishad Beta Syad Viparya Yosmriti Tanmayayatu Buddha Abhajatam Bhakti-𝐸𝐬𝐬 Guru Devatadaman. Fear arises when a living entity misidentifies himself as the material body because of absorption in the external illusory energy of the Lord. That is the cause of fear. Fear. And in English words, in the English dictionary, fear is described as negative. Negative. Negative means darkness. Dark. Why dark? If someone is in darkness, you are not sure of anything. So Prabhupada said in Bhagavad Gita purport 10, 4 and 5. In Bhagavad Gita chapter 10, text 4 and 5. Krishna mentioned Bhaya Abhayam. Fear and fearlessness. So in the purport, Prabhupada mentioned this. Absorption in material life. Absorption. When one becomes absorbed in material consciousness, it is natural that the fear will come. This is the foundation of fear. Negative. Darkness. Darkness means what? You are not sure of what is going to happen tomorrow. Or you're not sure. That is fear. We don't know what is going to happen. So, if you look carefully also about fear and fearlessness, if you look at fearlessness, they are of two categories. Fearlessness are of two categories. The temporal, material fearlessness, and there is a spiritual, permanent fearlessness. So we'll look at it very carefully. Two types of fearlessness. If you look at all conditioned souls in this world, when you look at all of us, we become fearless, or we feel fearless if we have money. Money gives protection. So people work very hard for money because it gives protection. So it makes, yeah, if I have money, if I have problem, I will solve it. So I'm fearless. I'm fearless of any problem because I have money to solve it. If I'm sick, I will go and take care. I can go to any hospital if I'm sick, if I have money. If there's no money, what would happen if I get sick? Fear. So material object also gives some certain amount of security. So bring fearlessness. That's why people work very hard for getting money. Is it not? Security is there. If you have money, there's security. If you have material position, there's security also. Yeah. I'm secure. Nobody can judge me if I have a big position. Because I'm the topmost person here. So even if I do something wrong, nobody can go against me. So position also gives sense of security to people. That's why people struggle very hard to get a big position. So it gives protection. And physical strength, it also gives protection. If I have strength, if I'm powerful, if I have mystic power, be fearless, because I know that if there's any problem, I'll use my power to protect myself. So it brings some fearlessness. People go for that. Like Jambavan and Baduka Raj. Baduka Raj. Why is it Baduka Raj? Because it's a lion. The lion they consider the most powerful jungle dwellers. Most powerful. See, lion is fearless. Why? If you have strength. Nobody can do me anything. What is it? Everybody's afraid of me. I'm not afraid of anybody because everybody's afraid. So I'm fearless. So strength, power, fame, bring some certain security. So you see people work very hard for it. They go for it. This material security that makes one fearless, it is material. And because it is material, it is temporal. Because very soon you see someone who is more powerful than you. Very soon. Like Jamavan, he never thought that any person can do him anything until Lord Krishna came to fight with him. So he became powerless only at that point. But in one sense, material thing brings some security. Yeah, let me go to school so I can get a big salary, get big certificate, big salary. Yes, so I'm secure. So even if my husband leaves me, okay, I have money to take care of my babies, so I'm secure, fearless. All this security there for people. So we see people go for this thing. So that is material security that makes someone fearless materially. So we can say that they are bold. They are bold because they know that I have some position, or have some people in position that will give me protection. So I'm fearless. I can move freely and not caring about doing anything, because I know somebody is there who is giving me protection. So I can go to him if I have difficulty. So materially speaking, people also go for this thing because it gives some sense of fearlessness, because of protection. This will be destroyed in due course of time. Therefore, it is temporal. When a living entity thus turns away from the Supreme Lord, he also forgets his own constitutional position as a servant of the Lord. This bewildering, fearful condition is affected by the potency of illusion called Maya. Therefore, that is the solution. This is the solution. This is the first side, the negative side. This is fear. Now, fearlessness. Therefore, an intelligent person should engage unflinchingly in the unalloyed devotional service of the Lord, under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master, whom he should accept as his worshipable deity and as his very life and soul. This is fearlessness. So fearlessness comes only, or let's say fearlessness, the true, permanent, and eternal fearlessness is meant only for pure devotees. Only a pure devotee is fearless. Everyone else is fearful. Only when a person becomes pure, a devotee, transcending the mode, and we have turned our face away from absorption in material nature, we have turned our face back to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then there is fearlessness. Just like material spirituality gives security, they bring fearlessness. So Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God, who has nobody above him, no one is equal to him, is fearless. So by turning our face to Krishna, one also becomes fearless like Krishna. That is why only pure devotees are fearless. Everyone else is fearful. Why do we lock the door? Why do we lock our door? That's fearlessness. That is fear. Even up to eating and sleeping, why do people sleep? Fear. If I don't sleep, I'm going to be very sick, and I'll be so tired and exhausted, I can't be able to function. Fear. Eat. If I don't eat, I'm going to die. Oh, death will come to me. Fear. Everything we do in this material world is due to fear. So, why do you think pure devotees are they're so absorbed in their Christian consciousness without considering anything, even their own body? They don't think about their own body. No consideration about the external. Because they have realized they are out of illusion. Completely out of illusion. They have taken full shelter of the Supreme Personality of God. Full shelter. And they are being nourished. Therefore, there's no question of anything else. There's no worries. Pure devotees are fully independent, like Krishna. Madhavendra Puri, independent. Jad Bharat, independent. 𝐶𝐸 Goswami is independent. They don't depend on government. They don't depend on demigod. They don't depend on their body. They don't depend on their senses. They don't depend on their intelligence. They depend only on Krishna. They're pure devotee. In America, devotees, out of their appreciation, they were expressing their feelings properly. You were fearless. Abhaya, Charanara, Binda. Papa said, no. Not that I was fearless. I'm still fearless. That's why I could come to your country. Because I'm fearless. So he's fearless, bold, because he knows what is behind him. Who is behind? It's Krishna. So fear of what? There's no darkness. So it's free from fear. The pure devotees only pure devotees are free from fear. They are fearless. And 𝐶𝐸 Goswami, do we see them locking their doors? They were sleeping under a tree. Under a tree they were sleeping. A fear of what? That time it was not like what we see today in Brunei, buildings everywhere. It was a jungle, big forest with dangerous animals inside. Not only dangerous animals, some other entities, disembodied entities are also here that can influence, do any harm to anybody. We're fearless. It's a lot of snakes everywhere, dangerous, poisonous snakes. We're fearless. Fearless. They executed their duty carefully, without fear of anything. Pure devotee. Prabhupada. 6 Goswamis. And then you look at the Bamsida Babaji Maharaj. He never locked his door. Never locked his door for eternity. He never locked his door. People bring a lot of gift to him. He will leave everything there and go. The monkeys or goats and over the human beings, they come and steal his things. He doesn't care. Doesn't care. He's fearless. We always preserve things. Preservation is due to fear. Preservation. Due to fear. What is going to happen to me tomorrow? If I don't have this tomorrow, I'm going to suffer. But pure devotees don't have that mentality. They are fearless. Why? They are not in ignorance. Pure devotees are not in ignorance. They are not in ignorance. They are not just theoretically aware of the eternality of the soul. They are fully realized. They can see the self. They can see the self. Radhamuni, it was in my ignorance I was seeing myself separate from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In my ignorance. In actuality, we are the same. We are one. Not merging. Radhamuni not teaching us merging into. We are one in consciousness. We are the same spiritual entity by nature. We are all spiritual by nature. Identical. Is it difficult? We're identical. The mold and the image which is molded from the mold, they look different or look the same? They look the same. Why? They come from the same source. It's the same source. So the soul and the Supreme Soul is the same. Therefore, the pure devotees have realized this, not just theoretical knowledge. They have realized this. They are fearless. Anyone else is fearful of everything. How many devotees have been tormented unnecessarily out of fear of COVID-19? Devotees suffer even more than the non-devotees. Fear. Fear. But the pure devotees are fearless. Harada Sakura, he lives in a cave with a very dangerous snake. It is said that in Chaitanya Bhagavad it is described that Raghunath Das Goswami, Haridas Sakura, he stays in the cave. In that cave, there is a very dangerous snake that lives there. The vapor that comes from that snake is like if you have seen what is called refinery, huh? The fire. Huh? You see, that was exactly the nature of the poison of that snake. I say what Harada Sakura. Harada Sakura lived with that snake. Outside, the people could see the fire on top. But Harada was living with that very snake. He's afraid. He's fearless. Harada knows this is a spirit soul. He knows this is a spirit soul. and this spirit soul is 100% controlled by the Supreme Spirit Soul, Krishna. Haridas. He lived there. When people came to see Harada, just the presence of the snake alone, they couldn't listen to the discussion or the association they had come to take from Haridas. And they expressed themselves. Haridas, this is too much. This is too much. Haridas, we are saying that this is too much. Look, just see, look at what is with you. Look at your associate. Look at the snake. Go outside the hole and see what is happening outside. The poison of this snake can be perceived by people outside. And you are living here. Is it because you don't have money to build a house? We are ready to do something for you. Harada says, oh, I did not see the snake. I didn't see the snake. And because you're so worried about the snake, okay, tomorrow I will leave. As soon as Harada Sekura said this, the snake just walked out to the cave. The snake just walked out. The moment Harada said, oh, okay, I'm disturbing devotees. I don't have to disturb devotees. So I will leave this place. The moment Harada said, I will leave, Harada was not talking to the snake. He was talking to the devotee. The snake just left. If he were pretending, the snake would have beat him to death. The snake would have left. He would have beat him to death. That kind of a snake that has that jewel on the hood. In the nectar of Six Upanishad, you discover that. Method of instruction. Method of instruction is that. The snake that has a jewel on the head. If that snake has never beaten someone before, he never used the poison. So the poison has become so condensed that turned to a jewel that it shine like light. So if that snake bites you, there's no medicine. No medicine can cure you. You finish. Our acharyas compare politicians, philosophers, and scientists, swamis, swamis, not just called swamis, but swamis, to be like these cobras. They're like that. With a bad rata. The same. Because they're dangerous. They're dangerous. That's why in the 8th canto, Prophet said, you should be fearful of them. That does not contradict the meaning of fearlessness for devotee. Because sometimes we say fear of Maya. The Prophet says, oh, my devotee are not afraid of Maya. That it doesn't really mean a devotee is fearful. To have respect or to recognize the importance of something, it is fearlessness. It can be said as fear. That is fearlessness. So we see pure devotees are fearless because of their purity. No one can claim to be fearless on a book basis, on a philosophy basis. One must be pure devotee to be fearless. Prahlad Maharaj, fearless. His father, when his father just coughed, all the demigods, they're afraid. Even Prahlad, Narada Muni, out of his humility, Narada Muni is fearless. In humility, he said, everyone, only Lord Shiva and Lord Krishna are not afraid of Hiranyakasipu. Everyone else, including me, they're all fearful. Otherwise, it's humility. He is also fearless among those who are fearless. He's fearless. But the whole world is afraid of Hiranyakashipu, Prahlad was completely fearless, 100% fearless. Why? Purity. This is purity. It's not a book knowledge. It is due to self-realization. One who has realized the self and realized the supreme personality of God is fearless. One who knows that we are the same, and the Lord is always what you mean. He's always present. Prahlad said, the Lord is everywhere. Is he here? Yes, everywhere. Yes, in the pillar. Yes. Anywhere the Lord does exist. One who is on this platform is fearless. So we see all the pure devotees are fearless. Even demons who claim to be fearless, they are fearful. 𝐾𝐻 was the most powerful person at that time. Very powerful. People ask me that the 𝐾𝐻 and Hiranyakashipu, which of them is more powerful? 𝐾𝐻 is more powerful. Leading perfume austerity to become powerful. He is really very, very powerful. Very powerful. But he was 100% afraid of Krishna. He's afraid of Krishna. He's afraid. Prahlad, a small boy, never afraid. But all the demigods were afraid. Why? They are materially absorbed. They are materially absorbed. So if one is fearless, you should understand that this person who is completely fearless is a pure devotee of Lord Krishna. In my own village, if a child is very, very bold, everybody will say this child is a wizard. So nobody said that this is a pure devotee. Nobody will say this child is so bold like this is a pure devotee. Is a wizard. That he feel he can talk to senior people without fear like this. This person must have something, some secret will say about missing power before insecurity. This person has some power that is giving the person security to be fearless, to talk boldly to all people, to senior people like this. You see? What they say is pure. It's a wizard. It's a witch. Because of the witch, then they can act like this without the fear. But that what say is pure. But pure devotees are pure. Therefore, their fearlessness is well grounded, and it cannot be sometimes shaken. Cannot. Never a time you see pure devotee come under the influence of material energy. Therefore, they are always permanently, eternally free from fear. They are fearless. This is what you have seen, all the pure devotees. Jad Bharat is moving completely free, not afraid. He was taken to be killed by Durga worshippers, but he does not care. He knows, not that he's a fool. He knows that people are taking him for sacrifice. When they were feeding him, they were bathing him, they were dressing him. He was completely peaceful, 100% peaceful. Two people can be peaceful in this world. A foolish person who is materially engrossed deep in ignorance can be peaceful. Ignorant can be peaceful. And a pure devotee who completely out of this material world, both of them are peaceful. So Jad Bharat is not peaceful because of material consideration. He is peaceful because of his spiritual considerations. Because he learned from his previous experience. I don't want to repeat the same mistake. So he learned his lesson. And he absorbed himself in Krishna consciousness that he became fearless from his spiritual practice. Fearless. So even though he knows, if they see these foolish people, they want to kill me, he didn't protest. And why did they took him because they saw him to be fit, suitable for offering. He was very, very skinny, very haggard. They wouldn't have taken him. Oh, this is not complete. They saw him to be stout. He studied, means he's strong. He's strong. Yeah, this will satisfy Durga. Yeah, he looked very, yeah, this is very fresh. That was use him for sacrifice. So he knows why he didn't protest. Purity, fearless, and his purity manifested. So many people have been sacrificed to Durga. Nothing happened. But when Jabara was taken before Durga, he didn't hesitate. He didn't protest. He didn't resist. He did nothing because of his fearlessness. He was 100% composed, not agitated. Never 100% composed. So he brought him before Durga, did all the necessary rituals they want to do. They finished all. And then the terrible, wicked person raised that weapon. 𝐾𝐻𝐬𝐽 Goswami described it to be fearful to look at. The machine to cut off is fearful. He raised it up. As soon as he raised it, Durga came up from her own deity directly and killed all of them. And he peacefully walked away. Peacefully. As he came in there peacefully. He also left peacefully, no tension. I never remember it. That such and such thing happened. Why? Because it doesn't exist. This is purity. Makes one fearless. So it's like Prasanta Mataji said, it's a very serious topic. Fearlessness. It's a serious topic. Because it's opposite of something which is tormenting every conditioned soul in this material world. So the opposite must be very, very serious. Since the disease is serious, the medicine to cure it also must be serious. Fear is a serious issue. So fearlessness also is a very serious issue that requires discussion. Hare Krishna. We have a few minutes. Comments, questions. Hare Krishna. Yes. I don't understand your question yet. Can you repeat your question? Hmm. Hmm. Yes. Sadhana will increase your purity. Increase your sadhana quality and quantity. So will improve by that. All right. Hare Krishna. Next question. Hare Krishna. Hmm. they have some material security, making them think like that. Material security. They have somebody in the government whom they can rely to if there's any danger. They will feel like that. They have a lot of money to take care of their difficulties or challenges, either health wise or so. They will feel like that. So we mentioned material security brings some fearlessness also. It's temporal. So we have material security, which help us makes one look fearless, and we have a spiritual and eternal purity, which makes one fearless. So if you see a materialistic person who is fearless, you should know either he's a witch or he's a wizard. Or he has some has some money that is depending on upon that is making the person like that. Or he has some physical strength also. If someone has physical strength, you think like a lion. I'm the king of this jungle, so nobody can do me anything. So fearless. I'm the king here. So all this all the material things bring some sense of security. So people can feel fearless in that way. That will stay for some time. And the material energy will take it away. I will become empty. Yes, yes, yes. You are free. Yes, 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 yes. Because they're thinking that their money will save them. Yeah, if I have sickness, my money, I'll get. If I have problem, I can run to such and such friend. They will take care of me. Yeah, that is foolishness. Without understanding that very soon, material energy can take out all these things in a moment and become helpless. Yes, foolishness. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Yes. Is it not true? Yes, go ahead. I have seen that many ISKCON temple had corona patients. Many. Brindavan, Mayapur, Mumbai, Delhi, Bangladesh. So many temples they had many uh, COVID-19 virus patients. Many. But all along we are taking all the necessary precautions. But still, it came. Precautions is there, but we should know it's not sufficient. Our security should be Krishna. So if we are taking full shelter of Lord Krishna, yes, then take the precaution, because we have to also put the material measures there and leave the remaining for Krishna. It is what the devotees should do. But what is painful is that many devotees completely forgot Krishna side, and we fully absorbed in the external precaution alone. That is faithlessness in Krishna. It's complete faithlessness. And I will speculate that because we are not faith in Krishna, so Krishna wants to teach us that he is still the supreme percentage of God. So he allow it to have it, so that tomorrow we learn our lesson that we should depend more on Krishna. Yes, we should take precaution, but we should depend more on Krishna. That is intelligence. Although devotee didn't die, in Europe some died, but here in India many people got sick, but we didn't have any dead from devotees in the temple. They all got cured. So Krishna is doing everything. So our fear was completely unnecessary because of our absorption in material consciousness, material things. That was the cause of fear. For your friends or relatives who were bold, who were not afraid, and they move freely and did not get contaminated. It has to do with faith also. It has to do with faith. And the immune system is strong. If the immune system is strong and the faith is strong, nothing will happen. That's what happened to them. But majority of us, our faith is not strong, our immune system is not strong. When one is already afraid, when one is already afraid, we are already sick. Already. So say for Muslim, it is foolishness, and for devotee, not foolishness. It has to be based on faith. Based on faith. If one's faith is strong, and immune system is strong, either you're Muslim or not a Muslim, these are the qualifications. To be strong, and nothing will happen. Even people who got it, they got cured. So why so much unnecessary fear? When one has unnecessary fear, like I have internal bleeding, very, very dangerous. Internal bleeding is dangerous. Fear is like that, very dangerous. All right? With my own small mind, I will say that is intelligence. I will say that is intelligence. When something happens, where should a devotee run to? If something happened to a devotee, where should we run to? Where should a devotee run to when you have difficulty? So, Krishna. The devotee should run to Krishna. They should not run to somewhere else. If we are a devotee, so go to Krishna. Yes. If we believe that, oh, Krishna will not protect me, oh, there's so many things, oh, what should I do? Oh, then you have problem. The man is fixed, you can pass through everything. All right? So, okay, there was also somebody behind waiting for for Prabhu to finish his question. And Prabhu was okay. Go ahead. Okay, Kirtana Mataji, go ahead with your question. No, it is. Yes. Very risky. Risky life. That is very, very risky. And that is our problem, that we are not making much advancement because of this essential ingredient for our Christian. This is the foundation for our Christian consciousness is lacking. Where? Yes. If one has a faith in Krishna, the immune system is not good. And Prabhupada told us about in Calcutta when there was a epidemic situation like this. One man, Prabhupada mentioned this. This man, he was going to take only Ganges water every day. He was sick and he didn't die. He got cured. That was his faith. Immune system was weak. He got sick, but he has a strong faith that he won't take any medicine. He will only take Ganga water, and he took Ganga and he got cured. That is the importance of faith. Proper mention in the book. So if we have this, then we have the same experience for anybody, either you are a Muslim or a devotee or whatever. If this is faith, we have the clear understanding about Krishna consciousness and follow that. So we have the same experience. Krishna will not look at the religion we belong. Krishna will look at the faith we have in him. That's what Krishna will look at. And he will respond to that. All right? Yes. Hmm. If the consciousness is not there, then we shouldn't do it. If it is there, then we should do it. If it's not there, don't do it. Because we are not going to get the best result because the foundation is wrong. So we don't get the best result. So we should not do it. If it is there, yes. If it is not there, don't. And yes, hey, we should take care of the body. We should take care of the body. We should not act foolishly. Take care of the body. Now we have so many means to do so many things, even in one place. Hmm? I was actually speak about the importance of doing parikrama on the online parikrama. What's the importance? So I mentioned that it is so beneficial for many ways. First of all, no expense. There's no expense. You're sitting in your house and do your parikrama. So no anxiety of getting, oh, how will I get room? Because it takes some months to apply. You can call the guest house, Mayapur guest house, and you never get a response for 1 week or 2 weeks. And even sometimes you get appointment, I get room, you got there, the room is not there. So all this anxiety is not there. Then you are not going to worry about also getting to associate with people who doesn't have the same mindset with you. so, so there's so many benefits in doing that. So we have the facility of Zoom, so we can Zoom ourselves anywhere around the world and do our Christian can have association all over the world without even going to meet anybody. Can have an association. Still, when there's opportunity for physical association, we should do it. So our principle is place, time, and circumstance. This is we should use this principle to judge everything will be successful. And we have seen that our founder Chara is expert in this. Place, time, and second property is expert in this. Everything perfect. He succeeded. So also we will succeed if we follow the footsteps. So we should do that. Hare Krishna. Okay. Yeah, Prabhu, we have been hanging along since. Ask that question so we can close. You want to ask something or we are just with us? What is your question? We are not hearing you. Someone is already speaking. We don't know. We don't know. If you know, you will do it. This misunderstanding, this misunderstanding is there. We know. No, I don't think that we know. Because if you know, you do it. So the fact that we don't do the right thing means we don't know it. Everybody wants to do what is right. Everybody wants to do something good. But we don't do the good thing. Why? We don't know it. The day we will hear, that day we will act differently. The hearing is different from the sound hitting our eardrum. Hearing is different. We can hear a sound. It doesn't mean we have understood. It's different. So many times devotees say, why we know so much, we know so much, we know so much. I say, probably you don't know anything. If you know so much, you will not be like this. Be different. Just like you cannot tell me that I've eaten so much, my belly is not full. How? Yeah, they have missing power. Yes. How can we eat so much and our belly is not getting full? Yeah, Krishna. If you are not, then the belly will be full for some time. Before that get digested, then you get to look for another food. So the problem is that we don't know. That is the answer. We don't know. Until we will know. When we get to know, we will act differently. We are waiting for you to end the class. Prabhu, Mataji, Prabhu. We are waiting for you. Hare Krishna. Mm. That's a comment or a question? Okay. Mm. Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Have a wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Okay. Yeah. Hare Krishna. What is the question? This one will go there.
Ramcharan Prabhu is asking, dear Shri Gurudev, Hare Krishna, Dandavat. Thanks for the nice lecture. My question is, you said pure devotees are 100% fearless, and as we are still in process of purification, we do sometimes things, rather I will still be able to back to Godhead in this lifestyle, life itself, or will be able to heavenly planets only thought we are trying for it. So how to come to the level of fearlessness of our level at our level by just having faith in the holy name, good shastra which are both bona fide and looking at this who have this their work.
The answer will be the next second part of the class. How to become fearless. I will be part of next class. So you should wait for a few days and you get the answer. Hare Krishna.